So the next category are my eyeshadow palettes. Now, this is the thing, is I have way too many of these. I have more in the other room. These are my eyeshadow palettes that I basically just held on to because they're beautiful and satisfying and I love them. I just have a problem, okay? Let's start in here, why not? So this is my one and only Colourpop palette because I don't know if we can buy this in the UK now. We certainly couldn't for quite a long time. So I had to order this in from the US, and it is the At Forest Sight Raw Beauty Christie x Colourpop collaboration. Now, I used to watch Christie's channel religiously. I absolutely adored her videos. So when this came out, I really wanted to support her. So zero regrets in buying it. But these are shades I never wear. I mean, they are all beautiful, and this West Coast gold shade is stunning. I have done a look with the Old Growth and the Amanda, I think that's what it says. I have done a look with these, but you know, I don't use any of these shades. So as much as I love this palette and it reminds me of many good memories of watching her channel, I am going to send this to a new home that will love it better. Next up is a super old palette from Technique, and I think I got this from HomeSense or TK Maxx. A really gorgeous wearable palette, but the quality of the shadows is not good, and so I don't reach for this anymore because I have better ones now. Basically, we've leveled up a little bit, which is fun. So I mean, you can see I really use this palette a lot because these are all great wearable shades. But like I say, I have better ones now. So here are my two e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. Actually, I have more in the other room. But here are the two that are here. And first of all, we have this Mad for Matte Holy Smokes palette. This is a really gorgeous palette, but again, these are not shades that I use. I do not wear blue eyeshadow. I don't really do smoky eyes ever. If I do, I'm going to use a different palette, which I will show you. So yeah, again, I think I'm going to send this on to somebody because the shadows are lovely, but not for me. And then this is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I will try and show you without blinding you. This is one of the most wearable, usable palettes I've ever come across, and this is the Mad for Matte palette by e.l.f. This is really old. I am gonna keep this because this is actually a phenomenally useful palette and I use it a lot, particularly if I'm wanting to do an eye look without any shimmers in it, which, you know, I do once in a blue moon. So I will be keeping this, and it's too old to give to somebody, so yes, I'm gonna stay. And now I have this, which I don't know what to do with this now. I actually have quite a soft spot in my heart for this little, I'm so sentimental, it's ridiculous. This is what I stored all my eyeshadow palettes in at our old flat, which was our first home together after we got married and things. So I have a lot of sentimentality attached to this, but there's actually no reason for it to still be in my life because I do not need basically any of these palettes. First up, we have one from Revolution, and again, these are beautiful colours. But they're all shimmers, so you always need another palette with this one as a bit of a base. I just don't reach for it, which is a shame because these are beautiful. So I might have a little bit of a play with this palette and just see if I can use any of the shades in a way that I enjoy. But yes, I haven't reached for it for a really long time, which is such a shame because it is beautiful. And then we're getting into the Aldi Lacura palettes. Now, I've done quite a lot of videos on these. I will have them linked down below if you are interested. And they are actually really not bad. And this is the Naturals Nectar one, which is a dupe for the Honey palette, I believe it is called. And again, beautiful palette, beautiful colours, really not bad brush either. I do actually use this. But again, I don't reach for it. And it's a beautiful palette. So I think I'm going to give this on to somebody who will love and appreciate it more. Oh, I just love holding them. Oh, it's going to be so hard to let this go. Next up is the Lacura Moon Dust palette, and this is actually one of the first palettes I ever sort of reviewed on my channel and I really like it. But as I've said with all of these, I don't really reach for it. I only ever used a couple of the shades. This is so lightly used that I am going to give this to a family member who, again, will just enjoy it far more. And then we have the Lacura Revival palette. This actually surprised me. I didn't expect to enjoy this palette as much as I did in terms of the colours. But again, do I reach for it? No, but actually looking at it, this is the one I would use the most out of all of these palettes. So again, I might move this to a more accessible location so that I can enjoy it again, because the shades in this are really beautiful. Okay, so this is another makeup item that I will never be getting rid of. This is a Cargo palette. I've only ever seen Cargo in HomeSense and TK Maxx, but actually their products are really, really lovely. And this is one of the first eyeshadow palettes I ever really bought. Isn't it stunning? But these are the shades that I used on my wedding day. So I am going to keep this just because it's too sentimental to do anything with. Why do I not use this palette more? It is absolutely beautiful. So yes, I'm going to get a bit more use out of this. And like I say, it's too old to give to somebody and it's really sentimental. So yes, I'm going to be keeping this one. Plus, I mean, it's just beautiful. Now this is a palette which is actually a little bit of a collector's item now. It is probably the heaviest makeup item I own. This thing is so heavy. But this is from Tati Beauty. Now, if you have been watching beauty videos for a while, you will probably know that Tati went through quite a bit of drama, and as part of that, Tati Beauty has now closed down. So she was planning on doing several volumes of this. This is volume 1, and I have never bought something so fast in all of my life. The mirror on this thing is phenomenal. I don't want to blind you. Best mirror you'll ever see on a palette, and it's enormous, but it's also, I think, why it's so heavy. It also lies flat, so you can just pop it down if you need to, which is amazing. Just look at it. This is not going anywhere. I will always treasure this because it's just, like I say, they don't make these anymore. They only made a fairly limited number, and it is just beautiful. And if ever I am wanting to do more of a smoky eye, this palette is just what I will always reach for, because these shades are so pigmented. The quality of them is so high. I will never be getting rid of this, but also sad because, yeah, they won't be releasing any others in that series. And then this one is my only Morphe product, and this is one of their absolutely enormous palettes. I really thought I would get a lot of use out of this. I actually did one of my all-time favorite makeup looks with these blue shades, and if I can find a picture, I'll pop it up on the screen here. I absolutely loved. But again, I have no reason to wear that kind of makeup, and so I don't. I prefer much more natural styles now. Beautiful palette, but again, one to give away, I think. I'm going to finish part 1 here, just because I have a feeling this video is also quite long. But I hope you've enjoyed me sort of talking through all the items. Sometimes when I watch these videos, I'm a bit like, no, tell me the story behind it. So I hope you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you would like to see part 2, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.